Hello friends, welcome to Code Crush Coding. In the previous video we have learnt about required arguments and default arguments. So in this video we will cover the remaining two arguments, keyword argument and variable length arguments. So let's first check the keyword arguments. So in our code, as we have this function area of rectangle which is taking two parameters, length and breadth, and it is giving the result of area which is length into breadth. And here we are passing the two arguments 2 and 5 to this length and breadth. If we run this code, then we should get 10 as our area of rectangle. So what I want now, I want to make use of keyword arguments. So why keyword arguments are used? So the name of the argument is treated as keyword and match in the function calling and definition. So let me show you in demo. As we have two arguments here, length and breadth, so I can directly make use of these variables. Length, which is length, equal to 2, and breadth equal to 5. If I pass in this way, then this length will get the value 2 and breadth will get the value 5. So we should get the area of rectangle as 10. If I change your value of length as 6, so we should get now 30. So directly while calling the function, this name will be treated as a keyword and this will be matched in the declaration of function. If I misspelled the spelling here, let's say I provided here LENGT and breadth, so this should give me an error. Yeah, it is giving error because area of rectangle function got an unexpected keyword argument length, as it is trying to match this keyword with this, but it is not finding that keyword. So that's why we are getting here error. You can also change the positions, like first you can pass the breadth, let's say breadth as 6, and then you can pass length. So it doesn't matter what value you pass earlier, as we are directly assigning it to the keyword, it will get assigned in that manner. Breadth will have only 6 and length will have 9. So if I check now, so 9 6 are 54. So in this way you can make use of keyword arguments. So that is the use of keyword arguments. You can directly make use of these parameters in the function calling itself. Now let's check the last remaining argument, which is variable length argument. So it is one of the most important type of argument. In large projects, sometimes we may not know the number of arguments to be passed. Like in this case, we know, like for area of rectangle we required only two parameters, which are length and breadth. So that's why we are passing two parameters. But in large projects we may not know the number of arguments to be passed in advance. So in such cases, Python provides us the flexibility to offer the comma separated values which are internally treated as tuple. Let me show you code so you will get all these points. Let me remove this area of rectangle now. Let's say I have one function which will give me sum of the numbers that I passed. Let's say get sum. So this is my function, and let's say it takes two parameters, num1 comma num2, and here I will declare one variable sum equal to num1 plus num2, and I will return here sum, and here I will call this function get sum. As it takes two parameters, we will provide two values 5 comma 10. We will assign it to one variable, let's say result, and this function will return the sum, and we will print here print result. So this is simple function, right? Here we are passing the required arguments 5 and 10 to this function, so it will give us the value as 15. See, we are getting here 15. But let's say user provides one more value here, let's say he provides here 10. So in this case we will get an error, as we are passing three arguments but we have only two parameters to the function, so it will give us an error. So to solve this issue, like you don't know the how many arguments will be passed, so how you can proceed with the code without getting error? So let me show you. So directly you can declare one variable here, let's say num, any variable name you can provide, and before that you need to provide a star. So it will accept as many arguments you passed, whether you passed one value, two values, or n values, like any number of values you can pass here. Let me remove this code here, or I can, yeah, and here I will comment this print result now. Here if I try to check now the type of num, so what is the type of this num? As these are integer values, what type we are getting for this num variable? Let's check this. So see, we are getting here tuple. So that's what I was saying, the Python provides us the flexibility to offer the comma separated values which are internally treated as tuples at the function call. So here now if I want to get the sum, so you can make use of for loop, as this is a tuple. So you can directly say for iterating variable name you can provide any name. Let's say I provide here I. For I in num, here you need to provide proper indentation. So this is the function indentation and this is for the for loop, that extra space we have provided. And here you can say one variable sum. Let's first declare the sum as 0. So initially the value of sum will be 0, and in the for loop we will say sum equal to sum plus I, and this for loop will get executed, and after that in the function we will return sum. So what this for loop is doing, let's say you have these three values 5, 10 and 10, so which are inside this num. The first time the sum will be 0, so 0 plus 5, as it is the first value, 0 plus 5, 5, so sum will get now 5. For the second time sum will be 5 and the second value will be 10, so 5 plus 10 will be 15. Now sum will be 15. For the third time, as sum is 15, now 15 plus the third value 10, so 15 plus 10 which will be 25, and this will get us the return sum. So let's run this code. Let me comment out this print result. Let's see. So see, we are getting here 25. So now this code we have made use of variable length argument. If we passed here more values, let's say we pass 2, 1, and if you try to run this, still it will get executed, as it is now variable length. You can provide any number of arguments. Let's say I provide only one argument here, so in that case I'm getting only one value. As many values you can provide. So that is the use of variable length arguments in the functions where you don't know how many arguments will be passed, so you can make use of variable length argument. So that's it for this video. We will cover another topics in next video. Thank you for watching.